When you hear the name Shia LaBeouf, you might instantly think of Louis Stevens cracking jokes on Disney Channel, Sam Witwicky yelling Optimus in Transformers, or that viral video where he literally just screams "do it." But behind the headlines, the memes, and the blockbusters is a life that reads like a Shakespearean tragedy if Shakespeare had a thing for clown wigs, car crashes, and courtrooms. A bumpy beginning. Born in June 1986 in Los Angeles, Shia LaBeouf grew up with a name you could not spell in third grade and a life most kids would not wish for. His parents, Shana Said and Jeffrey Craig LaBeouf, were bohemian performers trying to make ends meet, literally dressing up as clowns and selling hot dogs in Echo Park. It's one thing to say your childhood was a circus, but Shia's actually was. By the age of 3, little Shia was already in the family business, donning a clown suit and selling sausages to strangers. He once told the Orange County Register, "I come from 5 generations of performers. I was acting when I came out of the womb." Imagine your first resume listing hot dog clown age 3. But the show did not go on for long. His parents' marriage fell apart when Shia was just 5 years old, a split fueled by financial ruin after their fashion business failed. According to LaBeouf, the argument was always the same: money, or lack thereof. As he explained to Parade, that was the thing they could both point to and say, "You ruined this." Dad problems, with a side of post-traumatic stress disorder. After the divorce, Shia lived with his mother in a modest apartment in Tujunga, a quiet corner of Los Angeles known for its coyotes and questionable landlords. His father, a Vietnam veteran with post-traumatic stress disorder and a fondness for substances not sold at CVs, was still present in Shia's life, but not exactly in a Father of the Year kind of way. Describing their relationship, Shia once said, "He was like a shit buddy," which is arguably the worst type of buddy. He recounted one terrifying moment when his dad pointed a gun at him during a post-traumatic stress disorder episode. "You become the parent," Shia reflected, turning every childhood game of house into an unfortunate reality. Later, during his Even Stevens days, Shia even moved into a motel with his father just to be closer to set, because nothing screams Hollywood dream like homework in a motel kitchenette. In retrospect, he summarized his father's greatest gift in one word: pain. Trauma at age 9 and the seeds of rage. As if his father's unpredictability was not enough, tragedy struck when Shia was 9. He overheard his mother being physically assaulted in their home, a memory that would haunt him for years. "I froze," he told Esquire, recalling how a neighbor burst in with a crossbow, because apparently this was a medieval neighborhood. The attacker was never caught, and the trauma lodged itself deep. Shia later admitted this experience triggered his first major brush with the law, when a man lightly tapped his mother's car in a parking lot years later. Shia's post-traumatic stress disorder-fueled instincts screamed revenge. So he did what any traumatized, emotionally unstable person might do: chased the guy with a knife. No one was hurt, but the damage was done. Lights, camera, emotional damage. Despite his emotional baggage, Shia had one thing going for him: talent. As a kid, he performed stand-up comedy with routines far too edgy for someone who still got lunch money. By age 10, he was cracking jokes on The Tonight Show and dreaming of using fame to fix his fractured family. "If I got rich, maybe we had all love each other again," he reasoned. It did not work. His big break came when he landed the lead in Even Stevens, where he played a hyperactive troublemaker with enough charm to earn an Emmy nomination and enough screen time to start paying the bills at home. Transformers, injuries, and alcohol. After Even Stevens wrapped, Shia took the leap to the big screen. Hollywood was into it. By 2007, he was headlining blockbusters like Transformers and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But even as the box office exploded, Shia's personal life was running on fumes. In 2008, while filming Transformers 2, he was in a serious car accident in Los Angeles. A driver ran a red light, flipping Shia's truck and crushing his hand. He was rushed to the hospital, and had to finish the movie with a hand held together by sheer willpower and medical tape. Oh, and he was also arrested for DUI at the scene. Whoops. Jailhouse rock and disorderly conduct. Shia's first arrest came at age 9. He tried stealing a pair of Nikes. 2 years later, a Game Boy cartridge. It was the early 2000s. Kids did weird things, but the trouble didn't stop there. In 2007, he got arrested for refusing to leave a Walgreens, perhaps the first person in history too passionate about a pharmacy. Then came the infamous 2017 arrest. While filming The Peanut Butter Falcon, a feel-good film about friendship, Shia went full chaos mode. Late at night in Georgia, he asked a stranger for a cigarette, got denied, and spiraled into a racist rant aimed at a black police officer. He was arrested for public intoxication, and the shame hit hard. "I could not even look people in the eye after that," he admitted. The court ordered him to rehab, and he eventually apologized. "I have been struggling with addiction publicly for far too long." Turning pain into art. Honey Boy. After hitting rock bottom in 2017, rehab forced Shia to confront his demons. His therapist asked him to write down his life's most impactful moments. Naturally, he turned that emotional exercise into a movie. Honey Boy, 2019, was a raw, semi-fictional retelling of his chaotic childhood. Shia wrote the screenplay and played his own father in the film, which was both poetic and deeply unsettling. Visiting his estranged dad to get his blessing, Shia was told, "You're gonna screw it up." Classic dad support. Although critics praised the film, Shia later admitted he had exaggerated parts, especially the abuse. Still, his father was weirdly unfazed. "I'm proud of my son," he said. "He's my honey boy." Okay then. Allegations and accountability. Just when it seemed like Shia was climbing out of the pit, he got pulled right back in. In 2020, his ex-girlfriend, singer FKA Twigs, sued him for sexual battery and emotional abuse. The claims were shocking, alleging everything from strangulation to knowingly transmitting an STD. Shia initially denied it all, but later confessed, "I have no excuses for my aggression. I have hurt the people closest to me." Other women, including Sia, came forward with similar accusations. On Real Ones with John Bernthal, Shia revealed how dark things got. "I was at the point where I did not want to be alive anymore." He now credits his accusers with saving his life by forcing him to face himself. The comeback kid. After years of mayhem, arrests, and apologies, Shia entered a new chapter, hopefully with fewer police reports. He reconnected with his on-again, off-again partner Mia Goth during a rehab stint. The two quietly got married and welcomed a daughter, Isabel, in 2022. That same year, Shia wrote a letter to director Olivia Wilde after being fired from her film, Don't Worry Darling. He claimed to be 627 days sober and finally developing a moral compass. One might say, better late than never. And that's the wild roller coaster of Shia LaBeouf, equal parts genius, chaos, and clown shoes. If you laughed, gasped, or just aged 10 years hearing his life story, smash that like button. Want more jaw-dropping Hollywood tales? Hit subscribe and ring that bell like Shia's courtroom gavel. Until next time, stay sane, stay curious, and maybe keep the knives in the kitchen.